Hello! Today I want to try something a little different for this video. I thought that the information I'm going to share might be better understood if you could see what I'm talking about, and so I will give this method a try. The downside is you do not get to see my handsome face in the video this time. I couldn't resist. Now you've seen my face in the video and we can move on. I want to talk about ordering repair kits. This will make ordering kits easier for you. First, I need to explain a little about the numbering or identification system of these repair kits. This video will be specific to Ames, Febco and Watts, and I will do another one on Apollo and Wilkins next. Obviously, numbering systems are different from manufacturer to manufacturer, but there can be some similarities, and understanding how they are created can be helpful. Numbering systems that include the model number or the series, a way to designate the size, and an indication of what the kit contains, such as using an abbreviation for the part, such as CK for check as part of the part number, can help. It is also helpful to know what those abbreviations or numbers mean. Ordering numbers that have no explanation as to their meaning are not helpful, other than it is a number used to order the kit. You don't know what is actually in the kit. Helping you understand these numbering systems is the purpose of this video. Let's first talk about the manufacturer numbering systems. Ames, Febco and Watts are all owned by Watts and have tried to make their kit numbers consistent among the three brands. For these brands, each kit has a kit number and an ordering number. Kit numbers can be more informative than the ordering numbers, but any supplier should be able to use either and know what you are referring to. For me, it is easier with the kit number because price books are put together by the model number, and that is also how I stock the shelves. The one exception for me is that the Febco ordering number sticks better in my head than the kit number does. Another reason is Febco does not put the kit number in their price book, but it is on their packaging. Here are examples of Ames, Febco, and Watts ordering and kit numbers. The ordering numbers are important for me when I order from the manufacturer and when I put them in my computer, but other than that, it is a number that has little meaning to us. The kit numbers are more descriptive, describing what the kit contains and the sizes. For each brand, the kits, for the most part, are the same. What I mean is that if you order a 009 series check assembly, you will get the complete check, everything that belongs in it. And it is the same with their other series for the most part. There are a few exceptions from brand to brand which you can learn with experience. Since Watts owns Ames and Febco, they have tried to standardize the kit numbers. Here are the matrices for the Ames and Watts. They have not made one for Febco, but that brand follows the same pattern, and these are found on the inside front cover of the price booklets. A couple of things I notice missing from these two matrices is that they do not distinguish the kit by putting the letter for Ames, Febco, or Watts before the kit type. These just show RK for both Ames and Watts, but on the actual packaging and in the repair books it does show ARK for the Ames repair kits, A distinguishing it from either Febco or Watts. For Febco it would be FRK, and it is just RK for the Watts. The other exception to this is sometimes you will find that a repair kit will list it as LFRK, LF meaning lead-free, and RK designating repair kit is mentioned. So LFRK is a lead-free repair kit. If the LF is not on the kit, it doesn't mean that it isn't lead-free, however. My observation is that kits that had leaded parts in them before the lead-free law, which were few, have been made to meet lead-free requirements. This addition of LF appears to only be on assemblies that are currently made. If the assembly was discontinued prior to the change to the lead-free law, the kits may still have leaded parts in them. But kits that are rubber and plastic only are still designated as RK. There are some lesser used designations as well. The SS for stainless steel and the HW for hot or harsh water conditions. These get added to the part number either before the model for the SS or after the model for the HW. The SM is used more with Febco. I can't think of it being used anywhere else. The SM is for spring module, which are easily changed out on their 850, 860, 870, and 880 series models. The M designation I've never seen on a repair kit, but at least now you know what it is if you ever come across it. I need to explain two more things regarding model numbers, specifically on several Watts models and some Ames models. First, the letters QT on a model number are not crucial for ordering kits, and is not part of the repair kit number. QT stands for quarter turn shutoffs. I suppose there are a few other options for shutoffs, but typically most are QT. And internal parts will be the same regardless of the type of shutoffs. You can leave the QT off when ordering. Second, and this is more critical, to make sure you include the M designation if it is on the assembly. M stands for modification and is followed by 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on the number of modifications done to the model. On many Watts and some Ames models, they have made modifications, and you may find an M1, M2, or M3 designation on the model number, or on the 800 series they have an M4 also. This means in most cases that parts have changed, but could also include a change in the actual body sizing. Some of those changes to the body results in a change to the size range that kits fit. An example would be the RP009. The repair kits for the 1 1/4 to 2 inch are the same size for this. This was the original version, now several decades obsolete. They have made a modification to the checks, making this now a 009 M1, and it still fits the 1 1/4 to 2 inch sizes. This version is also many years obsolete. The current version is 009 M2, having changed the relief valve stem from brass to a plastic stem, and on the 1 1/4 to 1 1/2, changing the checks to a smaller size. This changed the body on those sizes. Now the 009 M2, 1 1/4 and 1 1/2 are the same kits, and the 2 inch kits only fit the 2 inch model. The current version of the model will have the higher M number designation, and the lower numbers will be obsolete models. Kits may still be made for them, but the assembly is not made any longer. Having an LF before the model number means the assembly meets the lead-free requirements. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that the repair kit number would have the LF as part of it, as mentioned previously. Serial numbers for most brands, which include current models, do not require the serial number to know what repair kit you need. Now let me show you an example of how to request a repair kit for either Ames, Watts, or Febco. I will use Watts for the example. Let's say you need to order a repair kit for the Watts 007 M2 1 1/4, and you need the number 1 check. How would you order it? We know that the RK tells us it is a repair kit. We know the model is 007 M2, and from the matrix we know we want the check, so we add CK, and we want the first check, so we put a 1 after it. This kit number is not complete. So far this kit number would also be correct for a 3/4 inch version of this same model. We still need to put the size. In this case it would be 1 1/4. That is the part number for a repair kit for a number 1 complete check assembly for this model. See how helpful this number is compared to the ordering number, which in this case would be 0887719. By using the kit number, it is descriptive. We know you are looking for a repair kit for a 007 M2 number 1 check in the 1 1/4 size. This is the label on the kit. Or you can just call or send an email asking for a complete number 1 check assembly for a Watts 007 M2 1 1/4 assembly. Just remember that there are several kits, and people and manufacturers call them by different names. To say you need a rebuild kit could mean all internal parts or only rubbers. Do you need just a complete check assembly, or just rubbers for a check, or for both checks? Let me show you a page from each of the price booklets. Notice how they break down the kit numbers by kit type, check, rubber, etc., model and series, kit contents, and size. This will give you a solid idea of what is contained in the kits until you are familiar with them. How someone orders kits depends on their philosophy. Some think they repair only what needs to be repaired. Others think that if they are getting into it, they will replace everything. Still, others don't have a clue what is really needed and buy the parts one at a time, or buy it all and then return what isn't used. There are many kits offered: complete number 1 and number 2 checks, complete relief valves, rubber total kits, rubbers just for the checks, just for 1 check, or for just the relief valve, and more recently kits that contain all internal parts that are removable. Because so many kits are offered, sometimes knowing what combination of kits to get can be beneficial and save time and money and make the best sense. That is where talking to a trusted parts supplier can be beneficial. One thing that many do not seem to understand is that it is not always cost-effective to sell individual parts or for your time and efforts. It doesn't make sense to sell just an O-ring or just a check rubber or even travel to the job. You will also notice some models do not have certain kits offered, although they might be offered on a different model made by the same manufacturer, such as a relief valve rubber only kit for the Wilkins 975 XL or the Apollo RP40 series 2-inch and smaller. Perhaps it is not cost-effective to sell just those few rubbers. Even for me to buy, say, 100 O-rings for a common O-ring that goes bad is time-consuming for the manufacturer to count out those O-rings and ship them. And most contractors buy only 2 or 3. Yes, sometimes you may need to replace just an O-ring on an assembly you just repaired a week ago, and now a problem O-ring needs to be replaced again. Just know if the manufacturer will sell it, the price may be more than the part really should be to justify selling it at all. It is important to understand that some individual parts are sold by some of the manufacturers. I'm beginning to understand why the manufacturers don't sell all individual parts and why they charge more for them if they are than they are really worth. This being said, we do sell many individual parts. Which kit should you order? Complete rubber kits used to be a popular kit, and most often new rubbers in combination with a cleaning will resolve many issues. However, in the past few years, many of the manufacturers have made total rebuild kits for many of their models that include all removable parts inside the assembly. These have become popular and are fairly cost-effective, especially compared to buying them in separate kits. There should be some things considered before spending money on kits. For example, on a Febco 805Y 2-inch and smaller assembly, the seats are not removable and the valve is not made anymore. Do you really want to spend money on both poppet assemblies and springs only to have it not solve the issue and then still have to replace the assembly? Let me be clear that I'm not saying you shouldn't ever try to repair backflows like in this example, but that you are aware of limitations and options. This is only one example. There are many other models that require considerations, such as, and these are only a few of the possible considerations, what is the age of the assembly and the environment where it is installed? What does it look like inside the assembly? Is there a lot of corrosion? Is the epoxy coming off the body internally? What is the cost of parts and labor compared to replacing the assembly? How easy would it be to replace the assembly compared to repairing it? It can be difficult sometimes to strike the proper balance between repairing or replacing an assembly. I will provide some links in the description of this video for the price booklets. These can be beneficial because they provide breakdown pictures, the contents of the kits, and help you determine the best kit or kits for your needs and provide kit and ordering numbers. Also, I will provide a link to our website where you can see pictures of many of the repair kits and current pricing on our web store. There are also many manufacturers creating repair videos that may be helpful to you, and I have them linked on my main page of my YouTube channel. That link will also be in the description below. Well, that is it. Now you see how simple it is to order kits and to get the kit you need with Ames, Febco, and Watts, now that you understand how descriptive their part numbers are. Honestly, it does get easier as you become familiar with the structure of the repair kit numbering systems and the manufacturer's literature. I hope that this video has been helpful to you, at least in knowing how to order kits, determining the right kit for your needs, and determine if it is better to repair or replace an assembly when needed. One last bit of news. Watts now offers a self-paced online training center to help make your job and those you work with better informed about the cross-connection concept and the specific types of backflow preventers that are available, their installation criteria, repair videos, and more. Most training modules with questions are no more than 3 to 10 minutes in length. So take a minute to sign up in the bottom right of the landing login page at training.watts.com. Once you are signed up, you will get a confirming email. Confirm that and then sign in to the site and you are ready to go. There are over 100 courses to choose from related to backflow, ACV, drainage, water quality, to name a few. I believe there are 9 covering backflow. I will provide the link also below in the description. Thank you for taking the time to view this presentation. I hope it helps you in deciding what kits you need. Please list any questions below you might have or ask me for clarification if needed. Please click and subscribe. Have a good day.